Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 20 of Direwolf20's Space Engineers series. I just upgraded my newest cargo container. That's cargo container number 3 for the base, the large one. That's ore backlogs now. And you might have noticed that there was stuff inside of it, which is a good sign. Today is Friday, and as we've mentioned, Thursday is usually patch day, and Friday is usually bug fix day. And bug fix day seems to have broken these doors a little bit. I don't know what's up with them, but they're definitely being weird. So that's strange. But that's okay, because like I can get them to work. I just have to play with them a little bit. Also to note is automated inventory sorting mod, which wasn't working yesterday when we recorded our video, or the last time you guys saw Space Engineers, basically, is working once again, sort of, not really. A member of the community took it upon himself to download the code for the mod and fix like the one bug that was introduced in the last patch and update automated inventory sorting. Look at that, there's like a thing here. That's cool. My old ship. It's not like fixed. It's just that somebody downloaded the mod, fixed it, and uploaded it as a new version of the mod. So I'm just using it now quickly to get my episode for today recorded for you guys, which is cool. But what I'm thinking is if the automated inventory sorting mod isn't updated and fixed by the time this video goes live, I'll put the fixed version in the pack. We'll kind of see what happens. So I'm using it today, but it'll be a couple days before this video goes up. As you guys know, there's usually a couple day backlog here. So if, like I said, the video goes up and we haven't gotten the fixed automated inventory sorting mod, I'll go ahead and replace the one that's in my collection with the fixed version. So let's get to work on today's episode. We want to build this room. Didn't I say I was going to do this off camera between episodes? Probably did, but you know Dyer, he's a liar. 3x3 inverse flat windows, that's cool. I said I was gonna get this going this episode, so I need girders, yeah. So I actually just came in to record and tell you guys about the mod updates and all that stuff. So let me get some stuff going, and then I'm gonna go mining, and we'll be looking at some of this pretty shortly here. So let me get some of these and some of these and that many. That should be cool. And we'll be back in just a few minutes. So guys, one thing I should mention here, as you can see, I'm playing with that automatic crafting components mod. That requires an update to the program, so make sure to jump into your programmable crafter, edit it, browse the workshop, and grab crafting components quota. Just okay. Check code, remember and exit. That's it. That will automatically update the code for you so that it starts working again. So in the latest patch, that was probably whatever change might have messed up the sorting inventory. I don't know, maybe it's a different change. But long story short, it wasn't working and it needed to be made to work. Make sense? Cool. So let's grab this connector, toggle him off. That should break the connection there. It's time for our room builder to get to work. I think I've built... I mean, it's nothing super spectacular, but it's a room, and it'll work. Let's get the welding going. We'll be back in a few minutes. Oh boy, I think I'm done. Maybe. Yeah, looks like I'm pretty much done with that welding job. Let's take a look at our new room, which should be off in this direction. Here's my refinery. Now, so far I've only placed one of these, and the reason was because these require, aside from the 3,000 alloy plates, they require 5,500 steel plates, which, you know, the first time I flew my room builder over here, it pretty much dumped its entire inventory of steel plates into this thing, and as a result, you know, things were fun. Now, I've got this set up. We're going to be able to eventually set up, it looks like... Let's make sure I place this right, because I want to show you guys like a little something I ran into, kind of, sort of. I don't think I have any alloy plates on me right now, but that's okay. I'll have to show you later. But let's see. That was what? This guy is 3 blocks long, right? 1, 2, 3. So if we were to have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, we're going to be able to fit in total 3 sets of these refineries in here. And the reason for that is that we needed to have room to drill through the hole here. So if I had this any closer to the wall here, I wouldn't be able to drill through the wall. That wouldn't have been good because we need to get a conveyor pipe going up into here, obviously. So that's something that we're going to want to work on. So we've got that refinery up and running, right? Nice. So we really only need those 3,000 alloy plates, which is going to be a little tough. And a few other components, obviously. Let's go mining, because I know that gold is going to be a critical aspect of what we need here. Now, the trick is going to be to find gold. So how is your reactor inventory doing? 15 and 14, so we should be cool. As long as we don't turn on our generator too soon, we should be all right. Now, you shouldn't really be overloading that much with just 3. Are you both on reactor? On and on. Yeah, you're both on. Okay. And you both got fuel. I guess I could probably... Sweet. Use a little bit of a battery in here. Now, batteries actually, by the way, changed a little bit. So let's go see if we can find a good supply of gold. Because my asteroids kind of regenerated themselves, luckily there's gold nearby. Let's see if it's a decent sized amount or like a pea-sized amount, because either of those could be the case. So what do we got by way of gold directly in front of me? I've got nickel and iron. Whoopsies. Don't be breaking stuff now. Let's turn on our shield generators. Just the main ones at least. And get to mining. So I really can't tell how much gold is here, but I guess we'll find out. It doesn't look like a huge amount. But I can definitely see that there is some. I should probably put lights on this thing too. That wouldn't be a terrible idea, right? Look at this. Like, I might be able to just completely destroy this whole thing. Let's also get rid of our stone. So I'm going to turn on our stone ejectors. Let's see. Group. Ejectors is what I named it. Toggle block. Or is it toggle throw out? So ejectors, they are currently on, and throw out is on. Oh look, they're already running. Oh, nice. That's cool of them. Doesn't look like they all are running though. Throw out on, throw out on, throw out on. Maybe they just ran out of stone. Yeah, because we don't have that much stone, so maybe our connectors just aren't filling up. Nice. So you can see, actually, if we look here, stones are getting thrown out. And don't worry, they will eventually just despawn. You can actually see it happening right there on the far right. See shortly after they get too far away, they despawn there. So that's cool. From here, I can see the gold ore a little bit, which is nice. So a good trick, by the way, to make sure that you've mined all the gold, turn off your ore detector and turn it back on, and see if ore shows back up. Nice. So I don't see any more gold, which gives me a good indication that I got most of it. So how much did I get, by the way? 53,000? Not terrible. I'm not seeing much more gold, though. Ice and silicon, magnesium and platinum seem to be up there. Silver, iron, mostly on this asteroid here. That's cool. And all the stone's just going to get drifted off into space and eventually destroyed. Nice, right? I'm going to try and look around. Let's jump over to gold, magnesium. Let's check out our GPS. What do I have here? I remember there was one, silicon, nickel, plat, etc. That's the one I want to jump over to. So let's bring up our jump drive here. Control panel, jump drive 1. We're going to set the destination to that one that has just a ton of ores. So select that destination. Jump drive 2 should still be Dyer's base. So let's activate jump drive 1. Which one is that? That. Right? 1 is currently off. So now. Oh, you're too close, huh? Where is that GPS coordinate? I'm going to turn you off on the HUD. Silver, nickel. We might be too close. I think 5,000 is the minimum that you can jump. Oh wow, we can actually almost see the gold down there. That's crazy. Let's go check it out. I guess I'll just fly over. So we'll be back in a minute. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Big old chunk of gold right here. That's gonna be good. Let's make sure we're in there mining that stuff up. Nice. That's what I like to see. Look at that. We just got like a ton. We got nickel and some uranium too from the other asteroid. But this will be a very large supply of gold that we get. Wow, we're already up to 200k gold. That's crazy to me. Looks like that asteroid vanishing bug is still a little apparent because I just saw it happen, but it's okay. I'm just gonna bring like a huge chunk of gold home. Don't mind me, guys. I'll meet you back at our base. I'm gonna jump. One of the nice things about the jump drive, by the way, you can jump from inside an asteroid. So like, I can mine into the middle of this asteroid and then jump home, and it'll be awesome. So we'll be back in a minute. And just because I think it's so cool to watch the jumping effect. I actually jumped to like a further distant place, and you can see my base is now 8,000 away. So I'm going to switch it and jump back to my base now. Just a little bit quicker probably than flying, right? Jump out far away, jump closer, because that 5,000 meter distance. Totally love the jumping effect. Can't wait until like planets are released, and then jumping all over the place will be awesome. So it'll be like planets and stuff. You guys know planets are coming, right? Have we mentioned that? I think I've mentioned that. Look, there's my base. So, planets are coming soon-ish. I can turn off shields, by the way. Yeah, probably within the next couple weeks. I don't know. But some of the teaser trailers, so if you guys haven't checked out some of the update videos that are released as part of the Space Engineers weekly updates, like, you should really be checking that out because there's some cool stuff planned for planets. They look amazing, and I can't wait until they're added. A couple people have asked because they've been kind of aware of the fact that when planets come out, I might need to start a new world. Don't worry, I have plans. Dyer knows what he's doing with this stuff. I'll have a way to, let's just say, get myself to an area with planets, shall we? All right, I'm going to, remember, we want to be really careful when docking this because otherwise bad things happen. But let's get our ship docked. Remember, make sure that your ship's connector is not powered on when you go to bring him in, because otherwise the snap that occurs will probably destroy your connector back here. So we will back in. Big miner. It's the one downside to this ship is it's like a little bit hard to park, but I mean, I think it's well worth it, right? Yeah, if it doesn't immediately connect up, turn it off and try again. There we go. Nice. And if we look at cargo, okay, and I'm gonna go over here and move this to the backlog. Remember I mentioned we got an updated version of the mod that allows you to automatically move items from point A to point B? Well, that's true, but there's one bug with that fixed mod. So it's like fixed, it works almost 100% of the time, but there's one little bug. It doesn't work across connectors. So that's another reason that I didn't just automatically put it in the pack, is I want to, A, give the original mod author a chance to get his mod updated rather than putting somebody else's version of it in the pack, and B, it's currently that one little bug that I wanted to avoid. So let's get some refineries refining. I'm going to get some ore, and then I'm going to get some of those alloy plates, and then we're going to build our first Uber refinery. So while I'm waiting, I'm doing a little bit of repair work. Welder blocks, no, platform welders on, please. On my ship, because I have an auto self-repairing ship. How cool is that? I love it. That's all. Just doing a little bit of repair work. Don't mind me. Ah, right. Welders. Alright guys, we're almost there with the alloy plate production. Obviously they're running so slow because we're both waiting for them to craft and waiting for gold to refine for each alloy plate that we're making, but we should be good now. So let's fly, thud, our block builder over there. And this should put together our refinery. And once that's up, we're going to want to throw some upgrades on there, so we're going to be taking a look at what some of those upgrade options are. There we go. Nice. So let's fly ourselves over there as well. Are you done? Did you craft? Are you good? Are you missing something? I probably turned off because I came over, huh? Sorry to get in your way, block builder. Welder blocks, remote control. There we go. Nice. Looks like you're pretty much good to go for now. So this thing should be close to ready. So he is up and running. He has an internal capacity of 120,000 liters. He can refine very quickly. Before we get to refining, I want to look at some of the upgrade modules. So you guys remember that I've played with some of the productivity and effectiveness modules. Now I want to show you one of the mods that add some versions of them. There's Junkie, Advanced, and Hyper. Hyper is the one I'm going to go with. So we're going to have productivity and effectiveness. Now, I always forget which one's which, so we're going to put just one on first. That'll do. So we'll actually put two of these productivity modules in here. So welder blocks, remote control. Hopefully you can hit this from here. Nice. So what did this affect? If we check our control panel here, we'll see that productivity went up to 600%. Nice. So that affects the speed at which it refines productivity. Effectiveness is the one that gives you more ingots per given quality of ore. So let's throw a couple of those on. Effectiveness module. 1, 2. Let's back up a little bit. Platform, welder blocks, remote control. A little short on something, it looks like. What didn't you get quite enough of? Oh, quite a lot of things, actually. So let's go home and bring him down. But that will bump us up to 139% effectiveness. Nice. So those definitely just increase it. They're obviously a lot more expensive in terms of material components. And the one that speeds things up significantly increases power usage, which we'll take a look at. If you didn't notice how much power this refinery is going to take to run, I will show you in a moment. Control panel, 33 megawatts. 33 megawatts. That's more than 2 small reactors, which is more than I currently have the capacity to handle. So that's cool. Good to know. What do we have so far? So we can do 30. And currently we're using 14 of the 30. I should throw another dude on there. So let's first get our welder blocks guy into place. Go ahead. There you go. And unfortunately, I have to manually move some stuff over here. So let's see. Cargo. And cargo. I'll be back in a minute once I've moved stuff manually here. All right, so I'm going to throw productivity and effectiveness here. You know what? I'm going to put both of these on. So half of this is going to get wasted for the time being. Let's see. There we go. But that's okay. Once we get our second refinery placed here, we'll be in better shape. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Nice. Yeah. So we'll put this guy here. And we'll get these guys put together. Nice. Backing up a little bit. Welder blocks. I am out, by the way, of steel plates in this thing, but that's not the end of the world because I have a ship that can help. Welder room builder. I have a lot of fun with this, as you can tell. Nice. So that should be cool then. Everybody's welded? They are. Everybody's on? They are. You can tell half of these aren't working, obviously, but don't worry, we will soon have another guy there. So the only other part to this, first we'll check 975% productivity. That's a lot. By the way, it requires 54 megawatts of power. That's a real lot. I might want to just shrink this down. You know what I'll do is I will remove the hyper productivity module here. and I'm going to replace it with a power efficiency module so that we have a little bit of power efficiency on this thing, and hopefully that'll help out. So let's do that real quick. That's a lot of junk falling. All right, can I get a power efficiency hyper version? This power efficiency module does exactly like what it sounds. It will reduce the power requirements of the thing. So let me get this put together, and I'm going to do it on both sides, and then we'll be back. Obviously, I might not have the inventory to move all this, but that's okay. I'll be back. All right, so let's get this power efficiency module going. There we are. And we should see that that'll bring us down to a usage of 22 megawatts. Not terrible. It's at least under 30. So definitely not bad, actually. Power efficiency boosted by like a large percentage margin. So as you can tell, huge cost of components, but that's not so much of an issue for me now. And this will allow us to have a really nice production line. So the only other part that we need to worry about now is connecting this to the conveyor system. And then we get to turn this thing on and see how awesome he is. So we're going to drill into the hole here. We're going to put it in a conveyor block, obviously. Because we don't want to remain airtight, right? I need interior plates for that. Of course I do. The one thing I don't have. So we'll go down here-ish. Let's also, while we're here, get this guy running across. We'll probably want a conveyor block here-ish. Nah. Here. And eventually, that'll all connect up. And we'll have one on the other side as well. So, may or may not need both the blocks and the room builder here, because I'm just being lazy and don't feel like docking this guy right now. Because unfortunately, sorting between inventories that are connected isn't working, and autopilot isn't working. That's okay. We'll get this all welded up as far as we can without steel plates, and then we'll bring steel plates into the picture. And I'm going to go get him ready to dock. And hopefully all I need now is steel plates, but if not, we'll get what we need in a moment. Welder, room builder. You're coming down here. I love flying these drones on remote control. I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I am, because it is large amounts of fun. Alright, I'll come back in a minute once I've successfully welded the last of this stuff. Alright, I can tell it's up and running because it's going which tells me that I did a bad thing. By the way, did I destroy part of you? No, you're actually intact still. I'm very excited about that. Oh wow, no, you were pretty well damaged. Yeah, it was the projector. Okay, so let's get this guy fixed. Oh, I need more oxygen too. I think one thing I will do, just to make my life a little bit easier, let's first turn off the advanced refinery for a moment. So we're currently not using any power. And I'm going to throw another reactor here. So is there an easy way I can hack this up so that I can tap into things that exist already, or no? I did a very, very poor job of this connection stuff early on, didn't I? Yeah. Alright, where can I put a... You know what? I can put a reactor right here on this conveyor. Temporarily, until we have our proper reactor system set up. That's not supposed to be there. Conveyor, small conveyor goes there. Now I can put a reactor here. So I just need construction, metal, large steel, 100 reactor components. Why do you feel like not going in there? Construction, metal grid, large steel tube, motors and computers. This shouldn't take long to put together, and just 4 metal grids and we'll be good. Let's get some ingots of uranium. We have a lot of uranium now. I'm very pleased about that. So if we get this guy up and running, and in fact, I shouldn't have to do that. I should be able to control panel, reactor. Just add this guy here. One thing is that that drop down is right next to that. There we go. That should fill up with uranium. Nice. Don't forget to turn conveyor system off, and you'll be in better shape. Cool. Let's go turn on that awesome Uber refinery, huh? So real quick, I want to demonstrate what a currently refinery is doing. So if we were to look at the inventory of this guy, we should see he has a bunch of stuff, right? If we checked out refineries, so look at uranium, right? We're getting to about 0.1 ingots or 0.1 kilograms before it gets pulled out, right? So let's put uranium at the forefront here, and we're going to turn this guy on and see how much he gets to. All right, uranium gets to 0.6 before it's pulled out. No, he gets over 1. Oh, dude, that is awesome. Look at that. That uranium is getting produced 12 or 13 times faster than one of these refineries. Like, look at that. The same amount of time occurs before it gets pulled out, but this one gets to about 0.10-ish. Boom, pulled out. This one gets to about 1.3, which tells me it's running 13 times faster. Obviously, this guy, I'm going to put this uranium away because I don't need it anymore, is running for a lot more power, right? If we looked at a control panel for an advanced refinery, even with the power efficiency modules on there, still 22 megawatts compared to 1.6. So obviously a ton more power, but we've got this massive boost in effectiveness and productivity. My goal is to eventually only refine using advanced refineries here. I wouldn't mind having an LCD in this room that shows me my ore backlog. That would be kind of cool to have. Maybe I'll do that real quick. I should be able to whip that up super fast. Just have to find a place to put it. I need construction components, computers, displays, and bulletproof glass. Luckily, that's pretty easy to do, because now that this is hooked up, I can get construction components, displays, bulletproof glass, and computers. Can I just throw this, like, right here? Yes. Yes, I can, as a matter of fact. Weird that I can't weld it, but okay. So let's do the one that shows us our ore processing. That might be... perfect, this one. So that's this guy. We're going to put you bracket LCD, public title, use text commands. Private text is this. So we'll put that in the private text here. And show text on screen is public. Everything else looks cool. So now we can see. Nice. Ore summary. That is awesome. So it looks like we actually processed all the gold that we got. And that LCD can stay there for now. Just curious how much gold we have at the moment. So right now we're doing not bad on gold. We've got about 405 ingots of gold. Considering how much we mined, that's like staggering to me how little gold ingots we get out of like a massive amount of gold. But hopefully that'll be helped by the fact that now we've got better efficiency. Because again, we have stronger efficiency modules on these, so the efficiency of these gold guys, or effectiveness, I guess, was 141%. Now it's 268%, so we should be getting more gold out of stuff. Nice. All right, so Uber ore processor with hyper modules is up and running. I haven't pressurized this room entirely yet. You can see I've got a little bit more work to do. I'll come back in a few minutes and we will see where we're at. All right, if I'm not mistaken, as soon as I room builder these into place, that should pressurize that room. Oh, I'm crashing into my other ship. Ah, I really crashed into him, didn't I? My goodness. How badly did I damage you? Oh, not too bad. Just a little bit. It's alright, that's why we have projectors. Oh, direwolf. There's a reason I needed to make a self-repairing ship, remember? Are you, like, not... What's your deal? No, not helmet off. Why are you not stopping? Projector... off. Oh, wow. Oh, heavens. That was a lot of damage. Okay. I destroyed quite a bit. Bad direwolf. Where was I? Things to fix. Long list of things to fix. Right. How badly did I damage you, by chance? Should put shield generators on these things, really, because I can't fly them around without running them into walls and destroying things. But anyway, this room should be pressurized now, in theory. Perhaps. Let's go inside and see what the deal is. Actually, that might be hard to check because of the weirdness of doors. I think doors are a little bit funky right now. Like, they're not being pressurized even when they're closed kind of deal. These doors, at least. Not normal doors. I haven't tested, but I'm assuming normal doors are okay, but... yeah, there's no way to really be sure if this room's pressurized, but we'll be all right. I do think we need to wrap up the episode, though, so we will come back next time. We've got the assembler room, followed by the Uber refinery room. And you can see this thing rapidly processing my uranium. Very cool. How's stuff going in here? Not bad. We are crushing the uranium backlog. Can't wait. We'll have tons of uranium. I'm going to go... just do a little work between episodes. We'll see. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do just yet. But when we come back next episode, I would like to work on all kinds of stuff. Maybe more refinery. Maybe get that power room up and running. So maybe I'll do a little bit of mining and get myself some silver. We should also at least be at the point where... see, these doors are definitely being funky. I'm thinking I'll get another refinery built between episodes. Maybe a few other things, we'll see. For now, Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. With more refineries comes more power. With great refining comes great need for power. So we're going to need to, something like that. I don't know. Uncle Ben knows better. We will come back next time and have more refineries, get work on that power room, and then I might want to build an even better welding bay than this one, because there's a mod that adds a really cool welding mechanic, and I would like to check it out. But for now, I'm going to go fix that ship that I destroyed, because platform welder's on. And that one that I destroyed was, what, blocks one? Nope, it wasn't blocks. Blocks does have damage, but it was room builder. Check out what I did here. Well, I didn't do it on this one. Wow, everything is broken, huh? At least the projector's still there. I guess if I destroyed the projector, that would be bad. Toggle block on and off. So if I were to... I did this on the blocks one. Like, you won't even know how many times. What am I running into? I'm having a lot of trouble understanding where I'm at right now. I think it's because my thrusters are damaged. And my reactors are damaged. And I can't fly. Where's my... Ah! There they are. Things are rattling around inside me, I think is what's happening. Projector on. Better? Okay, yes. So wrapping up point. This will repair my ship for the most part, and we'll have some fun. All right, guys. For now, Darwin 20 signing off again. Take it easy.